When you're in a boatyard and working on your boat all the time, part of the thing is that, yeah, you still need to eat. So what's something fast and delicious that you can make with mostly ingredients that you have on hand all the time and taste good no matter the weather? We call it our favorite lentil soup. Hi, I'm Nika Waters and welcome to the Boat Galley podcast. I'm sharing my recipe for easy, super delicious red lentil soup. It's a curry-ish kind of a soup, and it is spectacular. Today's episode of the Boat Galley podcast is sponsored by Prism Polish, the ultimate all-in-one metal polish. It cleans, polishes, and protects all in one easy step. Safe for all metals, it is 100% non-toxic and environmentally friendly. Save 10% on your first order at prismpolish.com and using the promo code GALLEY at checkout. Don't wait any longer. Order Prism Polish today and make all of your stubborn metal shine like new. Yep, we're in the boatyard again. This time we're working on our second boat, Mischief. The joke name for me on the boat, and in the boatyard in particular, is Vanna Vacuum. It references Vanna White, whose sole job it was to look pretty while turning the letters on a Wheel of Fortune. Somebody's got to do it, right? My job as Vanna Vacuum is to hold the vacuum cleaner, or mix epoxy, or play tool gopher, or if there's unskilled labor to be done, I am your person. Tell me what to do and point me in the general direction. The one place where I am more skilled than Jeremy is in the galley. I am, therefore, in charge of food. Not only the case when we're in the boatyard, mind you, but I also realize it's really helpful for Jeremy, the skilled man in terms of boatyard labor, how helpful it is for him not to have to think about food in any way. It is so much easier to work productively when someone else is taking care of the sustenance angle. Still, being Vanna Vacuum can definitely interfere with long prep time eating options. I do try to decide ahead of time what we're having, and if I can prep parts of it or even all of it earlier in the day, it makes post-shower time a little bit less crazy for me. We tend to be working until after 7 each night as it is, so fast prep, easy cleanup, delicious meals, they're all part of the program. Last week, it was kind of rainy and cold, and the weather definitely continues to influence what we eat. This soup, however, works whether it's hot or cold, and has definitely earned an incredibly valuable place on our general onboard repertoire. It might be the main reason that I make sure we have red lentils aboard. So without any further ado, the most delicious, curry-ish red lentil soup serves between 6 and 8 people. Sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 6 to 8. It really depends on how much extra stuff you've thrown in there, or really how much fresh naan you might have to go with it. In a 3 or 4 quart pot, put 1 cup of split red lentils, 3/4 of a cup of finely chopped onions. Basically, I chop up 1 medium-sized onion, throw it into the pot. 3 cups of water, a heaping half teaspoon each of turmeric, cumin, coriander, and chili powder. You want to heat this up to boiling and reduce the heat to low and cook covered for about 20 minutes. Basically, that you're wanting the lentils to start to break down. Meanwhile, either in a small little food processor or with your trusty knife and your cutting board, you're going to chop up 3 garlic cloves, 1 hot pepper if you like hot peppers. I usually use a jalapeno because that's generally what I can get my hands on. A 1-inch piece of fresh ginger. You're going to chop those all up super fine. This is where a small food processor comes in big handy. There's a link in the show notes to the one that I have on Calypso. It's fantastic. Not a big one. It's a nice small one. In a frying pan, you are going to cook those things until they're just starting to turn brown. About 2 minutes, somewhere in there. I will open up a 28-ounce can of whole tomatoes and kind of cut up the tomatoes a little bit. right in that can, I scrape the cooked vegetables into there, drizzle a little bit of olive oil on top, and if you add salt, do a half a teaspoon of salt. Once the lentils have cooked, then I take that can of tomatoes and I pour it right in there, and I stir them up, stir it into the lentils, and I cook covered for about 20 minutes or until the lentil mixture has thickened. You might need to add more water. I often have to add up to a cup of water because I like it a little less thick. Serve this incredible soup hot, cold, in between. Serve it garnished with fresh cilantro, sliced tomatoes. It's fantastic with fresh naan and yogurt. If it's a little spicy, a dollop of fresh yogurt going on top is fantastic. But this lentil soup is so delicious and easy, smells great, makes you happy to eat it, and it's also a pretty color, so it ticks a whole lot of boxes for good food to eat on board. That's it. Simple, delicious, most delicious lentil soup / stew, curry-ish, red lentil soup, whatever the title is you want to call it dinner, and enjoy it tremendously. I can't wait to share an Anchorage with you, and maybe I'll make this soup for you, and we can share and laugh and toast to our good fortune at being able to live this incredible cruising life. Thank you so much for listening to the Boat Galley podcast. We love hearing from our listeners. We love it when you don't forget to subscribe. We love it when you find value in something that we've shared. The Boat Galley is all about making boat life better, and we certainly hope that we have done that for you. Have the most spectacular week.